You're watching MVBN, the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Cedar Park High School. We're at Cedar Park ISD here, where the Cedar Park Timberwolves about to take on the visiting Medina Valley Panthers today. This is the second round of the playoffs. I'm Jared Lucky, along here with Maury Stein, and Game 1 is here tonight in Cedar Park. It starts at 6 o'clock in about 14 minutes. Game 2 is scheduled for tomorrow at Gerald Kemp Field at Medina Valley at 6 o'clock. And Game 3, if necessary, would be Saturday in Marion at noon. And so Panthers hoping to come here and get a road victory tonight and try to go home tomorrow and win the series. We had a crazy first-round series against Burbank, crazy to say the least. I don't think this will be quite as nutty. You're facing a –
I hope it's as exciting.
Yeah, I hope it's as exciting, yes. But you're facing a better ball club here. Cedar Park won their district. I know that they've got some good players on their team. I've heard a little bit about some of their pitching and some of their hitters. Medina Valley – going to have to be up to the task here tonight and through the rest of this series to come away with a victory. The Panthers, I think, can go toe-to-toe with them. It's just going to be making plays, getting timely hits, and coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, this is definitely a good ball club. Jared, just looking back at the way they handled Kerrville-Tivy last week. Tivy came in there with a lot of what I want to say, gumption. They thought that they, could give Cedar Park a run for the money, and it just didn't turn out that way. There's a very good Kerrville-Tivy team also who had good expectations at the beginning of the season. But, the Panthers had good expectations at the beginning of the season. Also, you had a lot of returners that came back. You have Whit Joyce, who is probably your team leader back behind the plate once again for the Panthers, and he's signed to go to UTSA. And I think that's where it starts, Jared. I think it starts with Medina Valley's pitcher and catcher tonight, getting in sync, getting ahead in the count, getting the Panthers a lead. And as you said, Jared, you got to kind of do away with the silly mistakes.
Yep. When you look back at last week's game, and I don't know how Game 3 went because I wasn't there. Now, I know what the score was, and I didn't watch the whole game. But I do know that Game 1 and Game 2, Medina Valley had a combined around 9 to 10 errors just in those two games. Those are things that you cannot do against better ball clubs, and you got a district winner here tonight. And against teams like this, they will make you pay for mistakes. You can get away with them against other teams because you can work around those things, but against teams that hit the ball the way that they do and have the pitching that they do, it's harder to overcome those things the deeper in the playoffs that you get. And those are things that just need to be cleaned up.
And it's like you said, Jared, 9 errors in this series, you're going to go home with it. You're going to go home losing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much basically what it amounts to. And, it's just silly mistakes that can be had. And, everybody makes a mistake.
Yep.
You're going to make an error, you shake it off, you move on to the next play. That's just common. That's in anything. If you go out there expecting to make a mistake, you probably are.
Yeah, and it's limiting the amount of times it happens during the course of a game. I mean, you can overcome 1 or 2. You can't overcome 6 or 7. And, when you think about it, too, another thing worth noting in this series is that there is a very good chance of rain tomorrow and Saturday. There is a very good chance that those games could maybe not get played depending on the amount of rain, if we get it, if we don't. This game could be your deciding ball game in the whole thing, because what it's going to come down to is if you played a game, the winner of that game, if you're not able to complete the others, this is the game that's going to decide it. And I'm hoping that is not the case. I hope they get the full series, but it's worth noting that could be a possibility, and that's something to think about.
This is a big game, is what you're saying. This could be the game, only game played, because there's no rain going to rain us out tonight.
No, not at all. You got the sun's peeking through the clouds. It was humid today. It's starting to cool down a little bit. The wind is blowing in from left field here. not really helping you. It's
No,
not
the
a
only
night
thing
to
I
hit the
think
ball out of the ballpark.
Maybe it might help a left-hander if they pull it down the line, maybe. But anything hit the right field,
Yep.
the left field, it's going to knock it down.
Yeah, and worth noting, Medina Valley without any left-handed bats in their lineup.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
now that you said that, I
yep.
realize that now.
Yeah, now I don't know about Cedar Park. I think they've got at least one. I know Cade Davis is a left-handed thrower. I don't know if he bats right, but I was told he's one of their better pitchers. They will not be using him tonight, at least not to start the ball game. We're going to take a quick break and come back with the starting lineups and set the ball game up a little more for you. You're listening to Panther Baseball, brought to you by Dotson Home Moving, and we will continue in a moment.
The biggest sale of the year is back at North Park Chevrolet. Get our lowest posted prices of the year and 1.9% financing on a 2021 Equinox posted at $22,999, a 2021 Bolt EV posted at $28,999, or a 2021 Silverado 4x4 Trail Boss posted at $47,999. Plus, get 1 year of unlimited car washes and 2 years of no-charge maintenance. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations. Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
Welcome back here to Cedar Park, where Medina Valley and the Timberwolves getting ready to square off here. Down the lines here, 320 down both lines. It's 355 into the power alleys and right and left center field, and 370 to straightaway center. I believe that's a typical 6-foot wall around the whole field. Like it might be 7 foot. It just depends. We're not out there standing next to it, but it's not a tall wall by any means. Umpires coming out to get the lineups, and we will give them to you, and we'll start it off with the visiting Medina Valley Panthers, and they'll start it off with their catcher, Whit Joyce. The third baseman, Manny Ramirez, will bat second. The three hitters, the shortstop, Aaron Tondry. Second baseman, Wesley Stevens, bats cleanup. The five hitter tonight's the right fielder, Tanner Garst. Jaden Krieger will pitch and bat sixth. The seven hitters, the first baseman, Brady Prukup. J.J. Gonzalez will DH and bat eighth. And the nine hitter is the center fielder, Gavin Rips. And in left field, Gavin Kanak being DH for tonight in the number 8 spot. So again, for the Panthers, their top three: Joyce catching, Ramirez third, Tondry short. Middle three, Stevens second, Garst right, Krieger pitching. And the bottom three, Prukup first, Gonzalez the DH, Rips in center field with Kanak in left field being DH'd for. So for the home Cedar Park Timberwolves, they will lead it off with their right fielder, Cade Davis. The two hitters, the center fielder, Brooks Dillman. Brady Richardson will bat second and play third base. Louis Alonzo's the DH. He bats cleanup. The five hitters, the shortstop, Quint Mullen. Jake Kalishon will play center field and bat sixth. Logan Warden will bat seventh and play first base. The eight hitters, the third baseman, Logan Hedges. And the catcher, Carter Wohl, will bat ninth. And on the hill tonight, Drew Robertson being DH'd for here this evening. So again, for Cedar Park, their top three: Davis right, Dillman center, Richardson second. Middle three: Alonzo DH, Mullins short, Kalashon center field. And the bottom three: Warden at first, Hedges third, and Wall catching with Robertson on the hill. So I've heard that Cade Davis is one of their better pitchers. I've heard that Quint Mullins another one, but they're starting Drew Robertson. I didn't hear much about him. I don't know what kind of a pitcher he is, but I do know that they said that their DH, Louis Alonzo, is very good with a bat. They said he's one of their better hitters on the team, and he's somebody that these pitchers are going to have to look out for. And the big thing, especially for Krieger here tonight, is going to be get him to the plate with nobody on base.
Exactly.
That's the key. If he's going to hurt you, let him hurt you with nobody on base. You know what I mean? That's a big key with their big hitters in the lineup. And so Krieger, coming off of a huge performance Friday night against Burbank, he pitched, I believe, I got to go back and look at the stats. He pitched what was a complete game. I think he pitched 7 full innings in that game. He struck out 10. He had 11 ground ball outs, only 2 fly ball outs in the entire ball game. He kept the ball low. He threw strikes. He got behind a few hitters. He was 3-0 on 2 or 3 batters. He came back to get them. I think he walked one in that ball game, maybe hit one. But he pitched very well. He gave his team a chance to win the game. The 2 runs he gave up were unearned. And that's all you can ask for from your starter, and you're hoping that he can bring that into this ball game here today and come off of that big outing, and maybe his team can get some hits and runs behind him and get him a win.
Absolutely. We've seen Jaden pitch 2 great games, you and I together, one against Southwest and one last Friday against Burbank. And both of those, he didn't get the win, but in both of those contests, he never gave up an earned run.
That's right.
So the young man can get it done out on the field. Let's just hope he gets some support, gets some run support, and the Panthers have a good chance to come away with this stealing one here at Cedar Park.
Yeah, and I like the fact that he's throwing Krieger here in this ball game. He was your better pitcher in the last series. He was your best starter out of the 3. That's not to take anything away from Garster Stevens, who I think started game 3. Any of the other pitchers, but he was your best pitcher in that series. And I think you got to start him here tonight, especially thinking that what if we do get rained out in the next couple of games? We need to win this ball game tonight, and then anything can happen.
Absolutely.
You know, you win game 1, you're in the driver's seat.
Absolutely.
That's the main thing.
When you take it from the other team's home field.
Home field, that's exactly right. Medina Valley wearing their road black here tonight. They'll be wearing white pants, black jerseys with the white bar across the front, orange letter Panthers and numbers on the back of the jerseys, the black cap with the NV in orange on the cap. Cedar Park, the Timberwolves, they are green and white. They're wearing more, their home jerseys are more of a cream-colored white. If you ever saw the San Diego Padres, some of their jerseys they wore, it's kind of a cream color like that, with the green numbers and green letters, the green ball cap with the white stripes down the sides. Kind of an old school look for them, but it's a sharp look. Like, I like their uniform.
I do too. It's just simple.
Yeah, and it says Cedar Park on the front, and it's in script. It's not in the normal block letters. It's a scripted Cedar Park, and they look good as they get announced onto the field right now. The umpires have gotten the lineup cards. They're going over the lineups, and we're ready to get round 2. This is the area round of the playoffs.
Well, we may take a little break in the action. They may play the national anthem, and if we do, we'll give our sponsors a break. As a matter of fact, Jared, we're going to go and take it right now if you don't mind.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take the break, and then we'll come back with all the play-by-play. You're listening to Panther Baseball, and we will continue in a moment.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. And you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell in Castroville at 830-931-3441.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates, and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
The Medina Valley Sports Boosters are proud to support the Medina Valley Panthers. The Boosters are always looking for volunteers and new members. The MVP Boosters raise funds to support the MVISD sports and scholarship programs. Get your Panther swag at the football store located next to the concession stand. We have several items on sale. Join, volunteer, or purchase your Panther swag today at mvpboosters.com.
Welcome back here to Cedar Park as we're ready for game one of this best-of-3 series. And Drew Robertson, left-hander, warming it up to his battery mate Carter Wohl. Right side of their infield, Logan Warden and Brady Richardson. On the left side, Quint Mullen and Logan Hedges. Into the Timberwolf outfield, Brooks Dillman in center, flanked in right by Cade Davis, and in left by Jake Calishan. And we are ready to get this ball game going, Maury. It's going to be Joyce, Ramirez, then Tondre Dew up here, and you'd like to get more than that up here in this inning. Jump on them early, see if you can give Krieger something to work with.
Absolutely, and bear with me. I'm going to try to run the scoreboard, but it's hard to see in this sun, so I'm going to have the outs for sure and the score, but the count may not come through. I cannot see the board that good, so just bear with me.
Yeah, and one thing to note, we are in the crowd tonight. We're right in front of the Medina Valley crowd, sitting in the stands as there's more than one broadcast going on here tonight, and there's no one in the press box, because the press box is kind of like at Medina Valley. It's not very big. They've got the announcer, the official scorer, and pitch count keeper, all that kind of stuff up there in the press box. And so we're out here in the crowd. Not a problem, but it is our crowd behind us tonight, not the other crowd. So you shouldn't hear so much of what you might have heard last week, but we're ready to go. And Drew Robertson, a left-handed pitcher, ready to get going here against Whit Joyce. And we're ready to get this second round of the playoffs underway as Whit stands in. Had a good series against Burbank. And the first pitch of the game is on the inside corner for a called strike, and it's 0-1. It's a nice little two-seam fastball that broke back across the inside corner of the plate. And the 0-1 on the way. Outside corner of the strike, and it's 0-2 quickly. Well, he moves the ball. He was inside corner, outside corner. We'll see if he can consistently hit those spots. You're good. Ready for the 0-2. Pitch on the way is a breaking ball that comes inside. And it's 1-2. That had some sharp break to it, Maury,
yes, it
right
did.
At the very end there. And ready for the 1-2. Pitch on the way. Swings and lines one foul down the third base line, and we'll do it again at 1-2. So he climbs back up in there. Left-hander stares over his glove, Andy Pettit style, and here's the 1-2. Upstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tried the fastball that missed high. And he does. He holds that glove right up to his cap. It just peeks. You can just see his eyes over the top of that glove. 2-2 on the way. Swings and lines one into left field for a base hit. Left fielder Calishan will play it back in, and there's one on with nobody out as Joyce with a leadoff single. That's how you want to start the ball game. They're going to get a courtesy runner here. Number 13, Jackson Lowell, will go in to run for the Panthers, and it'll bring up the third baseman, Manny Ramirez. We'll see what Herb elects to do here, if he wants to play for a run and try to play some small ball, or if he wants to try to play for a big inning here.
Great at bat there
by
Joyce. He fell behind 0-2 and battled back to get a base hit.
And so Ramirez waits. First pitch to him is outside a ball with a fastball, and it's 1-0. Tried that fastball and missed away. Lowell's got to remember that left-hander looking at him over there at first base. And the pitch on the way, he squares to bunt. He takes in there. He's going to get Lowell caught between first and second. Throw down, and he's going to be out at second base as the catcher threw behind him. I think Lowell just got caught off the bag too far. The pitch was up and out of there, and Ramirez took it for a ball. But Lowell was about 10 feet off of first base, and the catcher threw behind him. He had no choice but to take off. First baseman made a good throw down to the shortstop in the putout, and there's one away.
It's one of those mental mistakes, Jared, that can come back to bite you at the end of the ball game.
And there's a strike called to Ramirez. It's 2-1. 2-1 on the way. Swings and hits one high in the air to left. Left fielder backing up under it. Reaches up to make the catch, and there's two away.
Now batting for the Panthers, shortstop number 4, Aaron Tondre.
That'll bring up Aaron Tondre. Nobody on, two away. Had a leadoff single. He was caught stealing. Ramirez flew out deep to left field. Put a pretty good charge in it. Unfortunately, it was right at the left fielder. And Tondre takes a strike over the inside corner, 0-1. Nice fastball that time by Robertson. He's able to move that ball in and out, Mar. He's hitting his spots on the corners.
Yes, he is.
There's a swing and a foul straight back to the screen, and Tondre in a hole, 0-2. Oh-2 on the way. Tondre swings and misses. That was that slider down at his back foot that time. First strikeout of the game for Robertson, and the Panthers end up going in order. They get no runs on one hit. A caught stealing mixed in there, and they leave nobody on base. And so we'll go to the bottom of the first inning. No score here at Cedar Park. You're listening to Panther Baseball, brought to you by Dotson Home Moving, and we'll continue in a moment.
The biggest sale of the year is back at North Park Chevrolet. Got our lowest posted prices of the year and 1.9% financing on a 2021 Equinox posted at $22,999, a 2021 Bolt EV posted at $28,999, or a 2021 Silverado 4x4 Trail Boss posted at $47,999. Plus, get 1 year of unlimited car washes and 2 years of no-charge maintenance. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Welcome back here to Cedar Park. Is Jaden Krieger on the hill tonight. Right-handed pitcher warming it up to his battery mate, Whit Joyce. Right side of the Panther infield, Brady Prukop and Wesley Stevens. On the left side, Aaron Tondre and Manny Ramirez. Into the outfield for the Panthers, Gavin Rips in center. He's flanked in right by Tanner Garston and left by Gavin Kanak. Krieger coming off a good outing on Friday night against Burbank. Got a no decision in that ball game, as he allowed no earned runs, pitched 7 strong innings, struck out 10, 11 ground ball outs. He was able to keep that ball low in the strike zone, and he was able to move it around and keep him off balance with his breaking ball. We'll see if he can do that again here tonight against what I'm told is a pretty potent Cedar Park lineup.
Well, if Jaden's on his game, there's no doubt in my mind, Jared, the way he works the ball, he can keep these hitters guessing. And when you ask if there was a left-hander in the lineup, I think the first 2 batters he's going to face are left-handers, I believe.
Yep. Looks that way. Krieger's still warming it up here as we're about ready to get going here, as Joyce's throw will go down to second base. They'll peg it around the infield, and we're ready to go here as Cade Davis, Brooks Dillman, then Brady Richardson will be due up here in the bottom half of the first. Davis will stand in, left-hand batter against Krieger. As the left-hander stands in, and Krieger ready to go. His first pitch is on the way, and that's down low a ball. It's 1-0. Tried a fastball, just missed low.
Here we go, Jadon. Here we go, kid.
1-0 pitch, here it comes. Swings and hits one on the ground to second. Steven moving toward the bag at first, makes the play, throws it on to first for the out. 2 pitches and an out.
Way to go, Panthers.
And there's one away here in the bottom of the first. It'll bring up Brooks Dillman, another left-hander. Was a pitch that time. He had him out in front of it. He hit it off the end of the bat, pulled it right to second base, and an easy play for Stevens.
Pretty vanilla defense out there for Medina Valley, Jared. Everybody's pretty much playing straight away.
First pitch on the way is a breaking ball that misses outside. Curveball tried to backdoor him, just stayed away. It's 1-0 as Dillman, left-handed batter as well. And the 1-0 on the way from Krieger is outside. 2-0. The left-hander Dillman waiting. 2-0 pitch from Krieger is on the inside corner for a strike, and that is a pitch he needs called because that was right at the bottom of the zone.
Yep, but
on
that's
the
a
inside
good spot
corner.
if you can get it called all night long.
Yeah, no, if he gets that call, he needs that call. 2-1 on the way. There's a swing and a line drive into center field for a base hit. Rips will play it back in, and a one-out single for Brooks Dillman. That'll bring up Brady Richardson.
Second baseman, number 13, Brady Richardson.
Richardson, their second baseman, will dig in here. Runner at second, or runner at first with one away. It's a pitch down in the zone. He just
pitched there. Jaden had a good spot on that.
As Dillman gets back into first, the throw over, not close on him.
You know, it's one where they teach you just drop the head of the bat on the ball, and that's exactly what he did.
Krieger from the stretch. Pitch on the way is low, a ball, 1-0.
Wow, and that's kind of one you hope he would give you.
One ball, no strikes to Brady Richardson. Krieger set. And he swings and fouls one right back to the base of the screen here, and it's a ball and a strike to Richardson. One and one as the right-hander digs back in. I mean, he stands right as close on top of the plate as you can get. Crowding that plate for Krieger. 1-1 pitch is a strike called. The throw down to first, not in time, but a 1-2 count now on Richardson.
He bluffed it there.
He's been doing that a couple of times. He's taken about 2 steps like he's running to second and then stops. Ready for the 1-2 as Krieger stares in, gets his sign. Checks on that runner at first, now comes set. Ready for the 1-2, he throws over. And Prukop dropped the ball on the tag, but didn't even go far enough for that ball to get away so he could go anywhere.
You know, this is a count where you might want to steal if you got a 2-strike count. You're going to see something
He
crooked.
does go. There's a swing and a bouncer. Joyce will grab it, fires on to first. In time for the out.
Good play.
Works as well as a sacrifice. Good play by Joyce that time. It was a hit and run, but he was just chopped that ball. I mean, right out in front of first, the plate. It was kind of like a bunt. It goes 2-3 for the put out. And there's a runner at second base now with 2 away. And it'll bring up Louis Alonzo, who I'm told is one of their better hitters. He's the DH, and he's got a runner at second base with 2 away. Krieger will come set, checks on that runner at second. Curveball.
Ooh.
Where was that pitch?
The umpire flinched at that one.
No,
wow.
that was a strike, Maury. I mean, you can't throw a curveball any better than that.
Wow.
I think Alonzo probably feels he's pretty fortunate to be in a 1-0 count as well. I mean, if you're not going to get calls like that, there's another curveball, and that misses high. 2-0.
Jared, you see that nobody's on first, don't you?
Yeah.
You're pitching around him right now?
Yeah. I mean, that's fine, but that first pitch was a strike.
Yes,
I mean,
it was.
If you can get ahead in a count to somebody like this. 2-0 on the way. Down low, 3-0.
There's nothing wrong with that.
All of a sudden, his strike zone seems like it's gotten a little smaller.
Well, and you said you don't want this young man to beat you. You got first base open with 2 outs.
Krieger waiting on the 3-0. The runner takes off for third, and he fouls one off of himself on 3-0. And it'll be 3 balls and a strike. I'm surprised he was swinging away there on 3-0 this early in the ball game.
Because actually, the runner at second had third base stolen right there.
He got a pretty good jump.
Yes, he did.
I don't know why he'd be trying to take third. There's no benefit at all with 2 outs. Especially if you get caught, you take the bat out of one of your better hitters' hands. 3-1 on the way. Down a ball, and he walked him. So Krieger walks him on 5 pitches, but the thing is, Mario, all those pitches were close. Not one of them missed by much.
No. And the key to the hold it bat was the first pitch.
Yeah. This will bring up Quint Mullen. Mullen, the shortstop. Open stance, right-hand batter, first and second, 2 away. These are big at-bats early in this ball game as Krieger tries to get to the second inning here with a 0-0 ball game, and there's a swing and a miss as he got a fastball by him upstairs, and it's 0-1. I think he was waiting for a breaking ball, Maury, and that ball was by him when he decided to swing. Ready for the 0-1. Krieger set, checks on the runner. Runner goes, pops him up high in the infield. Tondrian Stevens calling for it on the infield grass, makes the catch for the out. And the side's been retired. They get no runs on 1 hit, a walk, and they leave 2 on base. And we'll go to the second inning. No score here at Cedar Park. You're listening to Panther Baseball, and we will continue in a moment.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Wesley Stevens.
Here we go, Wesley. Here we go, kid.
Welcome back here to Cedar Park as we go to the second inning. No score yet in the ball game. It'll be Stevens, Garst, then Krieger due up. 4, 5, 6 hitters to the plate. Right-hand batter Stevens swings and hits one high in the air to right center field. Right fielder going back on it and to his right. Reaches up to make the catch, and there's 1 pitch and 1 out here in the top of the second.
Now batting for the Panthers, right fielder number 14, Tanner Garst.
So 1 away, it'll bring up Tanner Garst.
Here we go, Big D. Here we go, Big D.
Garst waiting. Left-hander into the windup. Pitch on the way is outside a ball, 1-0. As Robertson gets back up there ready to work. The 1-0 to Garst on the way is swung on and lined into right center field. Right fielder on the move, but he's not going to get there, and it gets past him in a roll all the way to the wall. Garst is going to get 3 out of this, maybe. Nope. There he's going to go very late. The throw is high, and it gets away from the third baseman. Garst very fortunate that throw was off because he got a late start going from second to third, and if the throw's on the money, he's probably out, but he forced him to make the throw. It wasn't a good one, and he's standing at third with a 1-out triple.
And if their pitcher in the ball game and backing up that throw, it got over to third baseman, Panthers would have scored a run right there.
Well, and the right fielder took a bad angle to that because that should have been a single. So that'll bring up Krieger with a chance to drive in a run and help himself, and he took a big rip at that first pitch, and he came up empty, and it's 0-1. Because if he takes an angle back at that, he cuts it off, and that's a single. Instead, he's at third with 1 away, and you got to make him pay for that. There's a strike called on the inside corner to Krieger.
And they're playing in at the corners, Jared, to cut the runner off at the plate.
Yeah, both corner infielders are up on the grass. Second and shortstop play at their normal positions. Pitch on the way is swung on and hit in the air to center. Center fielder comes in, makes the catch. Krieger's not going to tag up and come home. The throw was up the first base line, and now there's 2 away.
Well, in that time, the pitcher should have been backing up the catcher there, and he wasn't, and that ball bounced in there.
Now batting for the Panthers, first baseman number 6, Brady Prokop.
And now you need a pick-me-up job by Prokop here with 2 outs. I don't know, Maury. You might have to try to send him there. Hopefully Prokop can come through here, and their first pitch is in there for a strike. The ball wasn't hit that deep. It was kind of hit at right where he's playing the position. I think he took a couple of steps in and was ready to come up firing. There's a swing and a foul tip into the catcher's mitt. It's 0-2 to Prokop. Just need to poke one in the outfield somewhere here for a hit. Just shorten up that swing, make contact, and push one somewhere. 0-2 as Robertson comes set. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Struck him out. So the Panthers get a runner to third with 1 out, and they don't get him home. The Panthers get no runs on 1 hit, and they leave 1 on base. And we'll go to the bottom of the second inning. No score here at Cedar Park. You're listening to Panther Baseball, and we'll continue in a moment.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. And you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
Welcome back here to Cedar Park as we go to the bottom of the second inning. It'll be Jake Calashan, Logan Warden, and Logan Hedges due up. It'll be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters coming to the plate. Krieger's warmed it up. The throw goes down, and Calashaw will stand in.
Leading off, the bottom of the second for the
Or Calashan, my bad, not Calashaw. Calashan will stand in, right-hand batter, leading off here in the second inning. And we're ready to get this second inning underway. And the first pitch is a curveball that swung on and hit foul up down the left field line. And it's 0-1 to Calashan. He was way out in front of that curveball.
Yes, he was.
0-1 on the way. Swings and bounces one back to the mound. Krieger will field it. Throws on to Prukop at first, and there's one away.
Little nubber back to the mound. Easily controlled by Krieger.
And that's a couple of those weak contact bouncers right in front of the plate there. You'll take those all night.
Absolutely.
That'll bring up Logan Warden, their first baseman, a right-hand batter that digs in. Nobody on, one out. In the bottom of the second, Krieger's first pitch on the way is swung on and fouled back out of play down the right side, and it's 0-1. Krieger into the windup. The 0-1 pitch is a curveball that bounces up there. And it's a ball and a strike to Warden.
Here we go, Craig. Here we go, Craig.
1 ball and no strikes. As Krieger into the windup, the 1-1 on the way is swung on and hit high in the air to left center field. Rips moving to his right, now in a few steps. That wind's really swirling out there, and he makes the catch for the out. And there's 2 away. That ball was hit high in the air out there, and that wind blowing in from left field really just stood that ball up.
Yeah, it did.
And that'll bring up Logan Hedges. Hedges will bat here with nobody on and 2 away.
Here you go, Craig. Here you go, Craig.
First pitch is hit on the ground to Stevens at second, and it bounces off of his heel of his glove and then his chest over toward this bag at second, and Hedges is aboard with an E4. First error on the Panthers, and that'll bring up Carter Wool.
Now batting for the Timberwolves, catcher number 7, Carter.
You know, Jared, that was just the case of not getting your glove out in front of you, trying to catch it inside in your body, and it got to it. It got in on him quick.
Yeah, I mean, it was hit hard on the ground to second. Wool stands in here with a runner at first and 2 away. Throw over to first, not close. Krieger looking in, gets his sign from Joyce. He checks on the runner at first. Kicks and delivers, and there's a swing and a line drive down the left field line, but foul. And it's 0-1 here on Wool. Wool, their number 9 hitter in the lineup. You'd like to get him and have their top of their lineup leading off the next inning.
Yes, sir.
Ready for the 0-1 as Krieger checks on that runner at first. Pitch on the way is a curveball that just missed inside. It's a ball and a strike.
Pretty good spot.
Umpire hasn't given him the breaking ball called strike yet in the ball game, and he's had a couple that have been really close.
Absolutely.
Throw over to first, just back in safely is Hedges.
And right now, Jaden, I think, is paying a little bit too much attention to the runner at first. They're not going to steal him with the number 9 hitter up at the plate with 2 outs.
Ready for the 1-1. He does go.
Fooled me.
And Witt couldn't get the ball exchanged from his mitt to his hand. He got a late jump there, too. I think if Witt gets that exchange, he's got a chance to get him. Unfortunately, just didn't get it.
You know, and that's pretty gutsy.
Yeah. So now they got a runner at second with 2 away and a 2-ball, 1-strike count on Carter Wool. Wool waits. Krieger checks the runner at second. Kicks and delivers, and there's a swing and a foul back to the screen, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I sure would have not thought he would steal there with your number 9 hitter at the plate. You don't want to make your out at second base and your number 9 hitter leading off. But it worked.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner at second. Krieger staring in. He's got his sign. Kicks and delivers. Down and out a ball, and the count's run full 3-2. So a payoff pitch upcoming to their number 9 hitter. Top of the order, Cade Davis waiting on deck. Krieger checks the runner. Pitch on the way. Swings and pops it up on the infield. Right fielder coming in. Still coming in. That wind's blowing that ball a lot, and the right fielder makes the catch about 2 or 3 steps into the outfield grass for the out. And the side's been retired, so the Panthers work around an error. No runs, no hits. They leave one on base, and so we will go to the third inning. No score here in Austin. You're listening to Panther Baseball, and we'll continue in a moment.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. And you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell in Castroville at 830-931-3441.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
We're back here at Cedar Park as we go to the top of the third inning. Still no score here in Game 1 of this best-of-3 series. It'll be J.J. Gonzalez, Gavin Rips, and then top of the order with Whit Joyce. Like to get these bottom two on base and set the table for the top of your lineup as Gonzalez stands in here, the DH, right-hand batter, and the first pitch to him is up and out of there for a ball. And it's 1-0 to Gonzalez. Right-hander crowds the plate, stands right on top of it, and here's the 1-0. Inside corner called strike, and Robertson not afraid to come in there with him standing on the plate. A ball and a strike. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss at a pitch that was up and outside. It's a fastball on the upstairs part on the outside corner. Tough one to hit. It's called strike 3 with a breaking ball. He caught him with a little cutter right there.
That was a good pitch.
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
That was a good pitch. That was nasty, but you'd like to see Krieger get some calls on his breaking pitch on the other side on some pitches that were very similar.
I was going to say the same thing.
So Gonzalez strikes out to start the inning. Third strikeout by Robertson, and Rips with a swing and a miss. Kind of looked like he wanted to lay off of that. The pitch was a fastball up, but I think he would have got a called strike regardless.
Yeah, I think so.
0-1 on the way. Rip swings and misses. Pulled the string on that one, had him out in front. 0-2. Waiting on the 0-2, here it comes. Swings and bounces one foul up the third base line to stay alive, and he'll do it again at 0-2. Rips is one of those batters. We've seen him fall behind in the count before, and he'll work the count. He'll foul off pitches. He's a pesky batter.
Yes,
he's one of those batters that'll just make you eat pitch count if you're a pitcher. 0-2 on the way. Swings and fouls one up the third base line again, and it's still 0-2. Had a big at bat against Burbank last week where he fell behind 0-2. He saw about 8 pitches in that at bat and ended up working a walk. And there's a swing and a shot just foul outside the bag at third.
And Jared, with his speed, it'd have been a double for sure.
Yeah, if not more, if depending on how long it takes that left fielder to get down. That was going
because
into
he's
the corner.
Not even close to the line.
Ready for the 0-2. We could see it. It was foul, but just. 0-2 swings and bounces it foul up the third base line again. That's 6 pitches now in the at-bat. This is going to be number 7. He's had an 0-2 count the entire time. 0-2 on the way. High, a ball, 1-2. So Robertson into the windup, ready for the 1-2. Here it comes. That's up and out of there, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Rips. So 8 pitches now in the at-bat, fixing to be number 9 here. 9th pitch on the way, and that's inside, 3-2, so he's worked the count full.
Good at bat.
Yep. Waiting on the 3-2. Robertson ready. Into the windup, kicks and brings it, and he walked him. What a 10-pitch at bat by Gavin Rips. He fell behind 0-2. He fouled off 4 pitches 0-2, and then it decides to work a walk out of that. First walk issued by Robertson in the ball game. It'll bring up Whit Joyce, and now with Rips' speed at first base, you got to wonder if they're going to try to get him over. Maybe a hit and run. Have Whit, who handles the bat well, try to hit one behind him. Whit in the ball game is 1 for 1. He singled in his first at bat, and he takes a strike. And it's 0-1. So 0-1 as Robertson comes set, and he checks on Rips over at first. Pitch on the way is high, a ball, 1-1. Ball and a strike here to Joyce. Throw over, not close on Rips. This is really a pretty nonchalant throw. He just kind of stepped off and flipped it over there just to keep him close. 1-1 on the way. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. So Whit Joyce waiting. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss as he took a big cut at a fastball up around his chin level, and he came up empty. It's 2-2.
Might have been ball 3 there, but he liked what he saw.
Ready for the 2-2. Robertson set. Pitch on the way is up and out of there, and the count's gone full, 3-2. Got to be selective here.
Yes, sir.
You don't want to swing at ball 4, but you also don't want to be punched out. Payoff on the way. Swings and hits one off. The third baseman made a great play. Throw to second, 1, throw to first. In time, a 5-4-3 double play. That took a wicked hop, and somehow the third baseman caught it. I don't know if he even caught it in his glove. I think he caught
his chest.
It was in his chest and then in his glove, and he managed to sling it to second for the out. A great relay, bang, bang at first, but they turned the double play. 5-4-3, and the Panthers get no runs on no hits, a walk, and they leave nobody on base. So we'll go to the bottom of the third. Still no score here in Austin. You're listening to Panther Baseball, and we'll continue in a moment.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates, and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
Welcome back to Panther Baseball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. Make a quick stop on your way home from work or drop by on the weekend to grab some beverages without even leaving your truck. Rusty Rooster is the place for quenching your thirst from sun up to sundown. After all, anything goes till the rooster crows. And we are heading to the bottom of the third inning. We are scoreless here in Cedar Park. And back out there for his third inning of work is Mr. Jaden Krieger. And Jared, we are back live.
And Krieger warming it up here. 0-0 going to the bottom of the third, and a play by the third baseman for Cedar Park down there, Logan Hedges.
And Joyce ain't a slow runner either. That was a good turn at second base.
No, and I think
it was close at first.
No, yeah, no, it was bang bang, and it was very close.
Yes,
that call could have went either way.
But I'm just was impressed that the third baseman made the play he did.
Made the play he did, and then a fantastic turn at second base because Rips was right on top of him. Because that was a close play at second also.
Absolutely.
Rips was sliding in when the ball got there.
Well, he was going because there was a full count.
Yeah.
Leading off the bottom of the third for the Timberwolves, right fielder, number 1, Cade Davis.
So we'll turn it over to be the top of their order due up. It'll be Cade Davis, Brooks Dillman, and Brady Richardson coming to the plate. Second time through the order here for Krieger. And Davis grounded out to the second baseman. Stevens is only time in. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. And the first pitch from Krieger is on the way, a curveball that misses outside. And it's 1-0.
Bring it on, Jaden. Bring it on, kid. Here we go, Cruz. Going out up there, kid.
That pitch missed inside, and it's 2-0. Didn't miss by much. The pitches he's got aren't missing by much. They're close. 2-0 on the way. Swings and hits one high in the air to left field. Left fielder Kanak moving over, still over, and it drops and gets away from him. And now he gets it back in, holds him to second base. That's got to go as a single and an error. That ball was, I don't think he could judge it well right away. I don't know if maybe the sun didn't help there. He didn't get a good jump on that ball, and then when he finally saw it good, he came running in. The wind was blowing it down, didn't help matters out. So it's a single and an error. Their second hit of the ball game, and they got a runner at second with nobody out. And it brings up Brooks Dillman, who singled to center field his only time in. He's 1 for 1 in the ball game.
Second time they've had a runner at second.
Keep going out up there, kid.
Squares to bunt, takes outside a ball. Let's see, they're playing small ball here. They want to play for that one run.
Here you go, Jaden. Here you go, Jaden. Keep going out up there, kid.
1 ball, no strikes. Squares to bunt, bunts it up the third base line. Krieger will field it, throw to first. He's safe. No, he called him out. I'm telling you, Maury, I think he was safe. But they get the out. The sacrifice is good. It goes 1-3 for the putout. You got a runner at third base now with 1 away.
Now batting for the Timberwolves, second baseman, number 13, Brady Richardson.
We'll take the out nonetheless. But
it was bang bang in the out,
was,
and the coach never complained about it there at first. So
it'll bring up Brady Richardson. He grounded out in front of the plate to Whit Joyce's only time in. There's a swing and a shot up the middle into center field for a base hit. They're going to get a run. An RBI single for Richardson, and it's 1-0 Cedar Park.
Now batting for the Timberwolves, designated hitter number 19, Louis Alonzo.
And Maury, that run unearned.
Yes.
Because of the error. So you'd have runners at first and third with 1 out. Instead, the run's home. It's 1-0. And Louis Alonzo stands in. He walked his only time in. Pitch on the way is swung on and hit down the line. Fair ball down the left field line. Kanak will play it back in. Throw to third is not going to be in time. They were backing up the throw. It's going to be a double for Alonzo, and there's runners at second and third with 1 away here in the bottom of the third. And that'll bring up Quint Mullen, who popped out to the second baseman his only time in. He's got runners at second and third, and Now Krieger trying to limit the damage here, Maury.
Yep, you gotta stop them right here. You gotta try to figure out some way to keep these two runners at second and third.
Wait, Muller.
Mullen will dig back in. Krieger comes ready. Pitch on the way. Curveball, low, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Runners at second and third with 1 away. A run in the inning. It's 1-0 Cedar Park here in game 1. Krieger kicks and delivers, and there's a swing and a foul back out of play over to the right side, and it's 1-1. Three hits in the inning here. Krieger staring into Joyce for his sign. Now he's ready. Kicks and brings the 1-1. A curveball, and that's called for a strike, 1-2. Finally got that breaking ball for a called strike.
I was going to say, it's about time he gets a call.
Here you go, Greg. Here you go, J.R. Let's go, kid.
Waiting on the 1-2. Kicks in, delivers. In the dirt, good stop by Joyce behind the plate, and it's 2-2. Saved him a run right there.
Yes, it did.
Maybe 2 in the end. Two balls and 2 strikes. Krieger ready to go. Looks at that runner at third, kicks in, delivers, and that's high a ball, 3-2. So a payoff pitch upcoming to Quint Mullen. Krieger taking his time up there on the mound. Now he's ready. Right-hander waits. The 3-2 on the way. Called strike 3 over the inside corner. A big strikeout that time by Krieger. First strikeout of the ball game, and it couldn't have come at a better time, as now there's runners at second and third with 2 away, and it'll bring up Jake Kalishan.
Now batting for the Timberwolves, left fielder number 12, Jake Kalishaw.
Kalishaw had a comebacker to the mound his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Second and third with 2 down, and that pitch is inside a ball, 1-0. Now Krieger with a chance to get out of this with only the 1 run scored.
This is huge right here.
This is a big part of the ball game.
Absolutely.
We're in the bottom of the third. Kalishaw waiting. Krieger set. Kicks and brings it. Called strike, outside corner, 1-1.
Good boy, Craig. Good boy, Craig. Go get him, kid. Go get him.
1 ball and a strike. Right-hand batter waits. Kalishaw, the center fielder for the Timberwolves. 1-1 on the way. Curveball just missed outside, and it's 2-1. Good pitch by Krieger, just a little outside. Now he steps out. Kalishaw brings that bat to his shoulder. Krieger ready. Kicks and delivers. There's a swing and a line drive out in the right center. Right fielder going back, and it's over his head. And that's going to get a pair home. Kalishaw still on the run. He's headed for third, and he's going to stand there with a 2-run triple, and it's 3-0 Cedar Park. That ball was hit on a line out into right center field, and the right fielder didn't take a good angle on that. He came over, and the ball was, as he was moving to his right, the ball just went over his head, reached up, and just went on by him and rolled to the wall right underneath the 355 mark out there in right center field. And now they got a runner at third, still with 2 outs and 3 runs in the inning, Maury. And it'll bring up Logan Warden It's 4 hits in the inning.
Now batting for the Timberwolves, first baseman number 16, Logan Warden.
Warden digs in.
Here you go, Craig. Go get him, kid. Go get him, kid.
And there's a swing and a shot up the middle. Tondre's going to field it. Throw on the move to first for the out, and the side's been retired. Good play by Tondre at shortstop. But the damage done. They put up 3 runs on 4 hits, and they leave 1 on base, and we'll go to the 4th inning, 3-0 Cedar Park. You're listening to Panther Baseball, brought to you by Dotson Home Moving, and we will continue in a moment.
The biggest sale of the year is back at North Park Chevrolet. Got our lowest posted prices of the year and 1.9% financing on a 2021 Equinox posted at $22,999, a 2021 Bolt EV posted at $28,999, or a 2021 Silverado 4x4 Trail Boss posted at $47,999. Plus, get 1 year of unlimited car washes and 2 years of no-charge maintenance. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
We're back here at Cedar Park as we go to the 4th inning. Medina Valley needing to get those bats working now as they trail 3-0 here in Game 1 of this best-of-3 series.
Here we go, man. Barrel up, kid. Big shot, kid.
And it'll be the 2, 3, 4 hitters due up. It'll be Manny Ramirez, then Aaron Tondre, and Wesley Stevens coming to the plate. As Drew Robertson back out there with a lead now, and the first pitch is outside for a ball, 1-0. Ramirez flew out to left field his only time in. He's 0 for 1. He takes a strike called. This umpire's very animated, even on strike 1 calls.
Exactly.
It's almost like he's punching you out. 1-1 on the way, and that's downstairs. 2 balls and a strike to Ramirez. Mar, even if you don't get all 3 runs back in this inning, you'd like to get something and not give him a shutdown inning. You'd like to get something to kind of get that momentum back on your side. 2-1, swing and a miss at a pitch that was on the inside corner and low in the zone. Took a big rip, and it's 2-2.
Here we go, man. Here we go, kid. Barrel up, kid. Get you one.
2-2 from Robertson. Pitch on the way. Down and out in the dirt, and it's 3-2.
Big shot, kid. Big shot, kid.
There's a swing and a miss by Ramirez. And there's 1 away.
There's shortstop number 4, Aaron Tondre.
Here we go, Aaron. Here we go, kid.
That'll bring up Aaron Tondre. He's 0 for 1. Robertson into the windup. The pitch on the way. Outside, 1-0. 1-0 pitch is down and in. 2-0.
Leave it the river, kid. Leave it the river. Out of kid.
2-0 on the way. That's down and in. 2 pitches in a row right over the shoe tops of Tondre. And it's 3-0. The 3-0 on the way is a strike right through there. Tondry taking all the way with the 3-0 count. Now it's 3-1 from Robertson. There's a swing and a shot to left. Left fielder coming in. He's going to play it on a hop. His first step was back. I think he misread that. His Tondry, I think he kind of caught that off the end of the bat a little bit. He didn't really barrel it up as well as I think the left fielder thought. Took that step back, and it cost him, and it drops in front for a base hit.
But you got your runner on base. Now you need to do some damage here. One station at a time.
It's the third hit of the ball game for the Panthers. It'll bring up Wesley Stevens. Stevens flew out to right his only time in. And he swings and fouls one straight back to the screen, and it's 0-1. Throw over to first. Tondry gets back safe. Ready for the 0-1. That's up and out of there. 1 ball, 1 strike to Stevens. Stevens stands as far forward in that batter's box as he can, right over the plate, ready for the 1-1. Kicks and swings it. Hits one high in the air to right center. Center fielder moving over to his left, makes the catch in right center for the out. And there's 2 away. That'll bring up Tanner Garst. Garst tripled his only time in.
Number 14, Tanner Garst.
Garst stands in 1 for 1. He's got a runner at first with 2 away. We're in the top of the 4th. 3-0, Cedar Park leading here in game 1. The Panthers trying to claw back in this ball game, and he takes high for a ball, 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Pitch on the way to Garst, and that's down low, 2-0. Garst batting, Krieger on deck. Tondry singled, he's at first. Robertson's pitch on the way is a ball outside, 3-0. So Garst waits on the 3-0. Here's the pitch, squares to bunt, takes a strike. He wasn't bunting at all there.
No.
Just so everyone knows, that was just to mess with the pitcher a little bit. But he took a strike through there. It's 3-1. Here's the pitch. It's called strike, inside corner at the knees.
And, if you wouldn't have told them, they wouldn't have known because they can't see.
Whoop-dee. I mean.
Yeah, all right.
Waiting for the payoff. Throw over to first. Tondry dives back in. Throw wasn't close. And Garst will dig back in with a 3-2 count. Tondry can get a head start over there at first with 2 away. 3-2 pitch on the way, and there's a swing and a fly ball foul out of play down the right side. And we'll do it again at 3-2.
I was even thinking before that snap throw, that pitch before, Tanner may step out because he's taking a long time now in between pitches.
Waiting on that 3-2. Here it comes. Swings and fouls one off again. And again, a 3-ball, 2-strike count. So Garst with a good at bat here, seeing some pitches, staying alive. Trying to find a way here to get Krieger to the plate. Tondry goes again at first. There's a swing and a fly ball to right. Right fielder going back, still back to his right. Reaches up to make the catch on the run. And the side has been retired, so the Panthers get no runs on one hit, and they leave one on base. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth, still 3-0 Timberwolves. You're listening to Panther Baseball, and we'll continue in a moment.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants.
Welcome back here to Cedar Park. And this broadcast brought to you by North Park Chevrolet as the Panthers trail 3-0 here as we go to the bottom of the fourth. Jaden Krieger still warming things up here for the Panthers. It'll be this 8, 9, and 1 hitter due up. It'll be Logan Hedges, Carter Wohl, and then Cade Davis coming to the plate here in the bottom of the fourth. In Krieger's task now is to keep this ball game where it's at and get you some innings. Keep it where it's at and give your offense a chance. You know, you're going through the order the second time. You're going to turn it over a third time, and you'll see if you can get to Robertson, because eventually you feel like they're going to make some adjustments here and find ways to get him. They made some good contact on the ball in this game. They just don't have a lot to show for it yet, and you're hoping that that kind of changes as the ball game goes on.
A 1-2-3 inning here would be just what the Panthers need here.
Third baseman number 15, Logan Hedges.
And so Hedges will stand in. He reached on an error his only time in. He's 0 for 1. He squares to bunt and takes a curveball low for a ball, 1-0. .1-0 pitch, down low, 2-0. It's important that Krieger get these first two outs here when you turn the lineup over, because it's the top of the order that did their damage the last time up. That pitch inside, and it's 3-0.
Go get him, kid. Here we go, Jay. Here we go, kid. Going out up there, kid. Here we go.
3 balls, no strikes to Hedges. Pitch on the way. Strike called with a fastball, and it's 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Krieger's pitch is a ball inside, and he walked him. Second walk issued by Krieger in the ball game, and that pitch just missed inside.
Batting for the Timberwolves catcher, number 7, Carter Wohl.
That'll bring up Carter Wohl. Wohl flew out to right. His only time in, he's 0 for 1. He's got a runner at first with nobody out.
Do they play small ball here, Jared?
I don't know. We got the top of the order on deck, and you have a 3-0 lead. There's a swing and a foul up the third base line. If I was them, I'd play for a big inning. Now, if it was still a 0-0 ball game, yeah, you probably play for the 1 run. Now he shows bunt here on 0-1. Krieger throws over to first and pushes him back. If you're going to sacrifice yourself, you don't show bunt that early.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think he's bunting.
I think that was a bluff.
Waiting on the 0-1. Shows bunt again. Pulls the bat back and swings and drives one through the left side of the infield for a base hit.
It was a run and hit?
Yep. He didn't hit it where you usually do on a hit and run, but he got it through the left side of the infield with a play in front of him. Hedges stops at second base, and they have first and second with nobody out, and they turn it over to the top of the order. As Cade Davis will stand in, he's 1 for 2. He singled and scored a run. in his last at bat. And he's got 2 on with nobody out, and you wonder if he'll be bunting now to get 2 runners into scoring position.
Courtesy runner at first is number 20, Aiden Hertzberger.
Aiden Kurtzberger is a courtesy runner.
Here we go, Jaden. Here we go, Ken. Here we go, Jaden.
For Carter Wool, the catcher. And the first pitch to Davis is swung on and fouled at the feet of the catcher. It's a curveball by Krieger, and it's 0-1. He grounded out to the second baseman his first time up, and boy, what a double play would do for you here.
It would be lovely.
Big boost.
Beautiful crowd here tonight, Jared. A big crowd to watch some good baseball.
Waiting on the 0-1. Left-hand batter waits. Kicks and brings it. That pitch is low for a ball, 1-1. Using that fastball in the bottom of the zone, but he's not getting the hitters to chase it, and he's really not getting that real low strike call like he's gotten in the past. And when you're not getting that, it causes you to elevate your pitches a little more where they can get to them. There's a curveball hit on the ground. Past Prukop at first and into right field. Garst up with it. The throw comes in towards third, and Ramirez is going to have him in a rundown. They're going to tag the courtesy runner out between second and third. What a good throw by Garst to third base. Ramirez had to come off the bag a little bit, but it was up the line, and the runner had to go back. It does get Davis to second. A run does score, and it's 4-0, so it's an RBI single
Now batting for the Timberwolves, center
for
fielder,
Davis. He
number
goes
11,
to second on the throw. The put out on the base paths
Goes from 9 to 5.
Goes 9-5, and Ramirez tagged him out near second base. And that'll bring up Brooks Dillman. He's 1 for 1. He's had a single and a sacrifice. He's got a runner at second with 1 away. And he swings and hits one in the air to right. Garst waiting under it, makes the catch. The runner will not tag up and go to third. Good strong throw by Garst from right field again to Ramirez at third. And there's 2 down.
Now batting second baseman number 13, Brady Richardson.
And the pitch on the way, and Richardson swings and misses. 0-1. Richardson's 1 for 2. He had an RBI single his last time up. 1 run across here. It's 4-0. Oh-1. Just high with a curveball, and it's 1-1. So a ball and a strike to Richardson. You need to get this guy, Maury. You don't want Alonzo coming to the plate here.
Nope.
There's a swing and a bouncer to third, but foul.
Especially when there would be 2 runners on for him.
Yep. He doubled down the line in left his last time up.
Here you go, Creed. Going out up there, kid. Go get him, kid.
Waiting on the 1-2. Krieger stares in. And the batter, Richardson, asks for time, and he steps out. Now he digs back up in there. He's got a 1-2 count. Kicks and delivers. There's a swing and a foul back out of play. Put a little wrinkle in there with what looked like a slider that time, and he fouled it off. And we'll do it again at 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes, kicks and brings it. And there's a swing and a line drive right at Stevens at second base. That ball was hit on the screws, but Stevens right there to make the play. And the side has been retired, but they do get 1 run on 2 hits, a walk mixed in, and they leave 1 on base. And so we will go to the 5th inning here, 4-0, Cedar Park leading Medina Valley. You're listening to Panther Baseball, brought to you by Dotson Home Moving, and we will continue in a moment.
Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
Welcome back to Panther Baseball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. Dotson House Moving has been relocating structures for over 75 years. We offer a variety of moving services, from wood frame homes to historic stone structures. Dotson House Moving is your premier house mover, covering San Antonio to the Texas Hill Country and the surrounding areas. We are a full-service house moving company with safe and effective solutions for every unique job. With state-of-the-art equipment, there is no job too large or too small. Call Dotson House Moving at 210-628-1459 for your next structure location.
As we're back here at Cedar Park, as it is 4-0, the Timberwolves leading the Panthers here as we go to the 5th inning. It'll bring up Krieger. So it'll be Jaden Krieger coming to the plate here, then Brady Prukup and J.J. Gonzalez. Panthers need to start chipping away at this lead, as if, you're in the back half of this ball game already, Maury. There's a ball outside. It's like we're an hour and almost 15 minutes into the ball game, and we're in the 5th inning. This ball game's been trucking along, and that pitch is low, 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes here to Krieger. Flew out to center, his only time up. He's 0 for 1, and he takes a strike over the inside corner that time, and it's 2 balls and a strike now to Jaden. Two 1 on the way. Ooh, he swung and missed at a pitch high. That was probably ball 3 there. Now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. So hard to lay off of that,
yes,
that high fastball. 2-2 on the way. Swings and misses. Had a slider in the dirt, just fell off the table, and Krieger strikes out swinging. That's 5 strikeouts for Robertson in the ball game, and there's 1 away here to start the 5th inning. That'll bring up Brady Prukup. Prukup 0 for 1. He struck out swinging his only time in. Nobody on, 1 out. Panthers no runs on 3 hits. Timberwolves 4 runs on 7 hits, as Prukup takes down and in for a ball, 1-0. Swung on and fouled back to the screen. Ball and a strike. Man, he was all over that. He just didn't barrel it up.
Just could not get on top of it.
One on the way. High, 2-1. Good job by Prukup, able to lay off that high fastball. We've seen a few Panther batters go after that.
Yep.
2-1 on the way. Inside, 3-1. Well, and that when we say high fastball, he's throwing it right around mouth level, like it's not too high, so it's pretty inviting, and it probably looks like a beach ball when he throws it up there. 3-1 on the way. Outside, and he walked him.
Yeah, it's between your chin, the shin and your shoulders is where he's missing with that high fastball.
Yeah, and it looks – I've seen it when the left-handed pitcher throws that to you as a right-handed batter. That ball looks huge, but it's on top of you and by you before you know it. That's why it's so hard to get to that pitch up there. So hard
to barrel it up, yeah.
So a 1-out walk to Prukup. That's the second walk issued by Robertson. The Panthers have a runner at first with 1 away. And Gonzalez stands in 0 for 1 as he takes down and out a ball, 1-0. Gonzalez struck out looking his only time in. Next pitch will be 75 pitches in the ball game for Robertson And he misses up and out of there. It's 2-0. Doesn't feel like he's thrown that many pitches, Maury, but it's because he's been working quickly.
Yep.
And he gets that ball and he's ready to go, and the catcher's going to go out and talk to him here. Because as he throws a lot of pitches and gets more tired, he's not finding the strike zone quite as much as he was.
This is a good visit to the mound
Yeah,
right
it was.
here. Trying to settle the pitcher down.
He just walked Pruk up. You're 2-0 to Gonzalez here. And then you get Gavin Rips up at a 10-pitch at bat last time, and then you turn it over to the top of the order. 2-0. Pitch on the way. Swings and hits one hard. One hopper at short. Flips it to second for one. Throw to second. Throw to first for the out. A 6-4-3 double play. And the side has been retired. 2 double plays the Panthers have bounced into here this evening. And they get out of the inning here. The Panthers get no runs, no hits. There was a walk, but they leave nobody on base. And we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Still 4-0 Cedar Park. You're listening to Panther Baseball, brought to you by Dotson Home Moving, and we'll continue in a moment.
And, Jared, this 5th inning stretch is sponsored by Sophia's Pizzeria. Pizza, calzone, subs, wings, and many pasta specialties. Come by and feed your family for a reasonable price. Order online. Call us at 210-354-7618 or visit us in person. Go like us on Facebook at Sophia Pizzeria TX to be entered for a chance to win a $25 gift certificate located on Petranco Road and Holloman Drive in the Cedar Mart.
Bush's Chicken, one of the
Texas,
oldest locations in Castroville,
268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. You can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Back here at Cedar Park as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Still 4-0 Cedar Park. And Maury, some tough luck hitting for the Panthers in this game. Whit Joyce earlier in the ball game hit a rocket to third, and the third baseman made a great play to snag it and ended up turning a double play. And then you've got a pretty good hit ball by Gonzalez that time in the shortstop with enough wits about him to play that on one hop instead of catching it in the air to double off to get a double play ball out of it, because otherwise you'd have a runner at first with 2 outs. And he could have easily played that ball in the air, and he had the smarts to play it on the hop and turn the double play. But, you know, the Panthers in this game, they've had some hard-hit balls, Maury. They just don't have anything to show for it.
Right at them.
Yeah, and it's just been tough luck hitting for the Panthers here.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th.
Got a new pitcher on the mound for the Panthers, J.D. Blair.
Alonzo.
Blair came in last Thursday night in Game 1 against Burbank, and he pitched 3 good innings for the Panthers in that game. He was one of the only pitchers he was the only pitcher in the ballgame to get a 1-2-3 inning. And he'll be facing Louis Alonzo, Quint Mullen, and Jake Kalishaw. Alonzo's 1 for 2, and he takes high on that curveball.
Here we go, JD. Here we go, JD.
So Krieger done. He pitches 4 innings. And there's a curveball called strike on the outside corner. 1-1 to Alonzo. Alonzo's 1 for 1. He walked and singled. Krieger, 62 pitches into the ball game. There's a swing and a high pop up into center. Rips coming in. Settles under it, makes the catch for the out, and there's 1 away. Got a tough batter right there, Maury. A good pitch to get him to pop out to center. And so Krieger, 5 ground outs, 5 fly outs, a strikeout. They erase 1 on the base paths and on the throw out by Garston, third base. And there's a curveball called strike over the inside corner. And I think part of the reason he got Krieger out of the ball game when he did, it's not because he was pitching bad. It's because he's saving that pitch count to use in the third game if he needs him. He's hoping Blair can come in here and eat some innings, keep this a 4-0 ball game, and give your bats a chance to get something done.
Absolutely.
That pitch missed, a ball and a strike. Mullen in the ball game's popped out to second and struck out. He's 0 for 2. He's got nobody on and one down here in the 5th. And Blair's pitch is through there at the knees for a strike, and it's 1-2. 1-2 on the way. Curveball, swing and a miss. Good pitch by Blair. There's 2 down, and you know, Blair, he pitched a few times during the year, but we didn't see him a lot. He came into that ball game Thursday night last week, and he settled down what was a crazy ball game.
Oh, absolutely.
He pitched very well, and he gave his team a chance to win that. In fact, I think he got the win in that game.
I think so.
And, you know, he's come in here. He's got 2 quick outs. We'll see if he can get the third. And there's a shot up the middle. That's going to just sneak its way into center field for a base hit. So Kalishaw with a single. So he's 2 for 3 now in the ball game. That's their 7th hit of the ball game, and it'll bring up Logan Warden. Warden's 0 for 2. He's flown out to center and grounded out to short. He'll bat here with nobody on, or with 1 on and 2 down. And that ball not hit well, Maury, just snuck its way back up the middle. That pitch misses outside, 1-0. And as a batter, or as a pitcher, Maury, you can live with base hits like that are just tweeners, not hit well. You can live with that because if they're not hitting the ball well, that usually means that you're able to get outs after the fact.
Yes. And that one wasn't strongly hit at all right there.
No, he was off the end of the bat and just right at the bag at second base. There's a swing. That's a drive to left center field. Rips going back at the warning track, and he makes the catch for the out. Good play by Gavin Rips, who had a beat on that from the start. That ball was tattooed to left center field, but one of the deepest parts of the park out there, and the side's been retired. So they get no runs on 1 hit, and they leave a man at first. And we will go to the 6th inning, 4-0 Cedar Park. You're listening to Panther Baseball, and we'll continue in a moment.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. And you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Welcome back here to Cedar Park as we go to the 6th inning, still 4-0. The Timberwolves leading the Panthers here in Game 1 as Drew Robertson continues to pitch out there. He's pitched 5 shutout innings so far. It's 76 pitches right now into the ball game, and Gavin Rips will stand in. He walked his only time in a 10-pitch at bat. He swings and misses at the first pitch, and it's 0-1. You'd like to see Gavin get on here for the top of the order and with his speed to get something going. Squares to bunt, takes down and in. It's 1-1. One ball, one strike. Pitch on the way. Swings and lines one down the left field line. It's a foul ball. Just foul down the left field line, and Rips would have been standing at second easily. Yeah, at least with his speed.
That's twice we said that with him. He had one down the line there. Wow.
And now he's got a ball and 2-strike count. Ball just hooked foul. I mean, the umpire right there on top of that call.
Oh, yeah.
Ball and 2 strikes. Kicks and brings it. Down and in, 2-2. Like we said before, Maury, he can get down in the count. He's a pesky hitter, and he's tough to get out.
0-2 the time before. And
saw 10 pitches.
And walked.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Kicks and brings it. Swing and a miss. He got him with 1 up and in that time. 6 strikeout of the ball game for Robertson. And there's 1 down here in the 6th, and it'll bring up Whit Joyce. Joyce is 1 for 2. He singled and bounced into a double play. Both balls he hit hard.
Yes.
Nobody on, 1 down here in the 6th. That pitch misses high, 1-0. Top of the order here. Maureen, you're in the 6th inning, and you feel like if they're going to get something done, they need to get a little bit back here and not leave it all to the 7th inning, as there's a strike on the outside corner, and it's 1-1. You know, what we say, we'll take them all back, but you don't need them all. You just need to chip away and make it a little more easy mountain to climb. You're down to 5 outs. There's a swing and a miss. Robertson reached back for a little extra that time on the fastball, and it's 1-2. Ready for the 1-2. Pitch on the way. Inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ready for the 2-2. Here it comes. Down and in, 3-2 as Joyce works that count full. Ready for the payoff. Nobody on, 1 out. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Outside, and he walked him. That Cedar Park crowd really wanted the call that time, didn't get it. 3rd walk of the game issued by Robertson, and the Panthers get a runner aboard with 1 out, and it'll bring up Manny Ramirez. Ramirez has flown out to left and struck out. He's 0 for 2. A courtesy runner, Jackson Lowell, will come in. Lowell caught stealing earlier in this ball game. Kind of got hung up between 1st and 2nd on what I think was supposed to be a bunt and run. Pitch on the way is down low, 1-0. Robertson up to 87 pitches now in the ball game. Checks the runner at first. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Took a big rip, came up empty. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ramirez. One ball, 1 strike. Robertson kicks and brings it. Strike called outside corner. 1-1, 1-2. There's a big hole between 1st and 2nd base. The second baseman playing close to the bag at 2nd. They're playing Ramirez as a pull hitter. And he swings and misses. That's the same pitch he struck him out with in his previous at bat. It's like a little cut fastball that kind of bends in down towards his back knee. And that's a tough pitch for anybody to get a hold of there. But, I mean, that looks like a fastball coming at you, and all of a sudden it just falls out of it. 7 strikeouts now by Robertson. It'll bring up Aaron Tondry. Tondry's 1 for 2, and he swings and misses at a fastball. He was late.
You know, Jared, this young man isn't overpowering or anything, but he just seems to hit his spots when he needs to.
Well, yeah, he moves the ball around well. 0-1, swings and pops it up, foul out of play, and it's 0-2. Runner at first still with 2 away. Aaron Tondry to the plate. Here with an 0-2 count as he digs in. They play him as a pull hitter as well. Here's the 0-2. That comes down and in, and it's 1-2. He tried that same pitch he threw to Ramirez, but he started it a little too far inside. That's a pitch you want to start over the inner half of the plate and let it fall. That's up and out of there, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Tondre waits. Robertson brings it low, a ball, 3-2. It was a close pitch, but it was low, just below his knees, and it's a full count now. The runner at first can get a head start. Lowell will take off with 2 outs. Ready for the payoff to Tondre. Here it comes. Down low, and he walked him. 4th walk issued by Robertson in the ball game. And there's 2 on now for Wesley Stevens. Stevens is 0 for 2. He's flown out to right and flown out to center. Catcher goes out to talk to Robertson here. Panthers with a chance here to try to get a 2-out rally, a couple of walks. All it takes is one in a gap somewhere.
Is one big hit right here. Get the Panthers rolling.
Stevens digs in. Stands as close to that plate as he can get. Robertson checks that runner at second. Kicks and brings it. Outside a ball, 1-0. He's up to about 97 pitches now in the ball game, Maury.
I don't see anybody warming up
in
their dugout. So if they're bringing somebody in, it must be somebody that's in the field right now.
Ready for the 1-0. Cleanup hitter at the plate. Pitch to Stevens. Swings and pops it up. Right side. Right fielder coming over toward the line. Reaches back to make the catch. And the side has been retired. So the Panthers get no runs, no hits, 2 walks, and they leave 2 on base. And we will go to the bottom of the 6th, still 4-0. Cedar Park here in Game 1. You're listening to Panther Baseball, and we will continue in a moment.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. And you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Welcome back here to the North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Panther Baseball. As we go to the
Leading off the bottom of the 6th for the Timberwolves, third baseman, number 15.
We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 4-0. J.D. Blair stays on to pitch here for the Panthers. It'll be Logan Hedges, Carter Wohl, and then Cade Davis coming to the plate. So it's the 8-9-1 hitters due up.
Here we go, J.D. Throwing that up there, kid. Here we go.
And the first pitch from Blair is a curveball that's popped up right side. It's going to get out of play. And it's 0-1. Blair came in, faced 4 batters in the 5th inning, got 3 outs in a scoreless 5th. Looking to do the same thing here. And the batter Hedges asked for time, and the home plate umpire grants it. Hedges in the ball game is 0 for 1. He reached on an error and he walked. Blair's 0-1 on the way, is swung and lined towards center field, and that's going to drop in no man's land out there as Rips will play it back in, and a leadoff single for Hedges. Again, Maury, not a ball that was hit well. It was just hit in the right spot.
catcher, number 7.
Stevens was going out, Rips was coming in, but that ball fell in that triangle out there. I call that the Bermuda Triangle because
it really wasn't barreled up, but it was just enough just to get out of the infield.
Yeah, he got it off the end of the bat and just got enough on it. So a runner at first with nobody out, and Carter Wool will stand in as he takes a curveball for a strike. Wool is 1 for 2. He's flown out to right and he's singled. He's got a runner at first with nobody out. And the throw over from Blair pushes the runner back to the bag. Right-handed batter. You wonder if they're going to try to – they're not trying to play small ball there as that pitch misses high and it's 1-1. You wonder if they try to add on assurance run here, in this inning.
As aggressive as they've been earlier in the ball game, you would think they would play for a couple of insurance runs here.
1-1 is the throw over to first, pushes the runner back in safely.
Because this is number 9, isn't it?
This is your 9 hitter, yeah. A ball and a strike. Pitch on the way that's down low. 2 balls and a strike from Blair to Wool.
Here we go, JD. Here we go, kid. Going out up there, kid. Here we go.
2 balls, 1 strike as the right-handed batter waits. Pitch on the way is swung on and missed. Nice pitch that time by Blair. That ball just dropped out from underneath him. And it's 2-2.
Go get him, JD. Go get him, JD. Here we go, kid. Go get him out, kid.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Kicks and brings it, and there's a slow tapper up the third base line, but it goes foul. And we'll do it again at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Panthers have been out hit 9-3, outscored 4-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. 2-2 on the way is high. 3-2. Curveball that just did not have the break on it that time. Didn't finish the pitch.
No bite.
And 3-2. Hedges leads away from first. Pitch on the way is a little fister up the first base line. It goes foul, and we'll do it again at 3-2. Got that pitch in on the hands.
Going out up there, kid. Here we go. Here we go.
He's fouled 3 of them off, but not all 3 haven't been really hit good. They've all been little nubbers.
Ready for another 3-2. Pitch on the way. Swings and fouls that one out of play over to the right side, and we'll do it again at 3-2. Good at bat here by Wool. Said that, we talked about your number 9 hitter, but, look at Gavin Rips. He's not really a 9 hitter.
No.
And he's giving you good at bats the whole game. This young man's kind of done the same thing for them. And you see a lot of lineups go to that now. You want your 9 hitter to be somebody fast, kind of like a leadoff man who
turn
you can turn it over.
Yep.
Just like you used to see a lot of National League teams, they'd put their pitcher hitting 8th and have somebody to turn the lineup over hitting 9th. There's a swing and a bouncer to third. Ramirez fields it, throws on to first for the out.
The only play he had is the runner was moving on the pitch.
Yeah, the runner was on his way to second on the pitch. Ramirez made a play behind the bag. Long, strong throw got him, and there's 1 out.
Now batting for the Timberwolves, right fielder number 1, Cade Davis.
That'll bring up Cade Davis, who's 2 for 3. He's singled twice. He's driven in a run. He's got a runner at second with 1 away. Left-hand batter digs in. Blair comes set. Kicks and brings it. Curveball high. 1-0. Blair needs to bear down here, Maury. You need to keep this a 4-run ball game here because, you already got 4 runs. You got to get back in 1 inning here. You don't want to make it more. You want to be able to have, if you could load the bases, have your tying run come to the plate. 1-0. Swings and fouls one out of play over to the left, and it's 1-1 now to Davis. Brooks Dillman waiting on deck. He's hit the ball to the right side a couple of times. You wonder if he hits one to Garst out there and right, if they'll try to chance sending the runner home because he's got a strong arm. He's already had one outfield assist in the ball game. Ready for the 1-1. Here it comes. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
Here we go, JD. Here we go, kid. Throwing out up there, kid.
Left-hander waits. 2 balls and a strike. Davis set at the belt. Checks that runner at second. Pitch on the way is hit on the ground to second. Stevens, and it gets through the wickets. They're going to hold the runner at third as Garst come up throwing, and for that it's going to cause the runner to go to second base.
You didn't hit your cutoff, man.
Nope.
You overthrew him, and he goes to second base.
Well, and he
takes the force out of it now.
Well, that, and he's basically where the cutoff man would be, was so shallow in right field, and he made the throw home. The runner had stopped at third base, and that allows the runner to go first and second, like you said. That's an E4. Third error of the game for the Panthers, and now there's runners at second and third with 1 away, and it brings up Brooks Dillman. Dillman's 1 for 2. He's singled, sacrificed, and flown out to right. Left-hand batter, takes high and outside a ball.
Here we go, JD. Keep throwing outs up there, kid. You're doing good. Keep throwing grounders up there.
Infield's playing in here to try to cut down the runner at home. Ready for the 1-0. Kicks and brings it. Fly ball left field. And that's going to drop foul. You held your breath right there because you knew that Kanak was not going to be able to get to that ball because of where it was hit. Fortunately, it drops foul. And it's a ball and a strike to Brooks Dillman. Pitch on the way. Started after it, laid off, asked for the appeal.
Wow, that looked good.
Didn't ask for the appeal down to third. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Not too sure the location was it.
Yeah, it's a good pitch. A curveball on the outside corner. He had Dillman wanting to go after it. Held up in time, 2-1. Swings and fouls one straight back into the screen. And it's 2-2. Brady Richardson waiting on deck. Dillman with a 2-2 count. Punch out would be huge here.
Yes.
Kicks and delivers. Swings and hits one on the ground to short. Tondry has it, looks the runner back to third. Low throw. Prukop can't dig it out. The runner's going to come home to score. It's going to go as an E6 on the throw from shortstop as it was low in the dirt. Prukop not able to dig it out and save the error over there at first, and because of that, it allows the runner to come home from third and score. There's runners at first and second with 1 out still, and it's 5-0 Cedar Park. That's 4 errors in the ball game. They only show 2 on the scoreboard, but there were 4.
Coming to the plate for the Timberwolves, second baseman, number 13, Brady Richardson.
The others happened earlier in the ball game, and the Panthers able to play around one of them.
Well, responsible for the first 2 runs of the ball game, though.
First 3, actually. Yeah. The first 3 runs were unearned. Brady Richardson stands in 1 for 3, and he takes a strike on the inside corner. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Swings and fouls it out of play, and it's 0-2. So Blair's 0-2 to Richardson. He's got Alonzo waiting on deck. So Richardson digs back in. Nothing in 2. 2 on and 1 out. Oh, 2 on the way. Swings and lines one into right center, but Stevens is going to be right there for the out. That ball looked like it was hit a little better than what it ended up being. From our vantage point here, it looked like it was going to get over Stevens, but he was right there for the out. And there's 2 away.
Hitter number 19, Louis Alonso.
He's lined out to Stevens twice now. In his last at bat, he hit a rocket right at him. That time he hit more of a looping liner, and Stevens there, and it brings up Alonso, who's 1 for 2 in the ball game with a walk. He doubled earlier. He flew out to center. This is his second time facing Blair. And he takes a strike on the curveball.
He hit one deep to center his last time.
Yeah, high, deep to center. Well, that was Warden who hit the one that we thought might leave.
Yeah.
Alonso hit one sky high. Ready for the 0-1. Swings and pops it up on the infield. Stevens calling for it. Waits under it, makes the catch for the out, and the side has been retired, but they get one more run on 1 hit, 2 errors mixed in, and they leave 2 on base. And so we'll go to the 7th. The Panthers got to get 5 to keep this ball game going. You're listening to Panther Baseball, brought to you by Dotson Home Moving, and we will continue in a moment.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations. Success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Now pitching for the Timberwolves, number 2.
Welcome back here to Cedar Park as we go to the 7th. The Panthers need 5 runs here in this inning as they trail in game 1 5-0. And Parker Green, a right-hander, has come on to pitch off the bench for Cedar Park. It's a straight switch. Robertson for Green. No changes in the field other than your pitcher, right-hander, and he'll face Tanner Garst, who's 1 for 2, and Garst swings at the first pitch and fouls it back to the screen, and it's 0-1. Garst tripled, and he flew out to right.
Here we go, Big T. Here we go, Tanner.
That pitch is down low. Need to string some hits together here. Find ways to get on base. Ready for the 0-1. Pitch on the way. Swings and bounces one back to the mound. Green fields it, runs halfway to first, underhands it to the first baseman for the out, and there's one away.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 15, Jaden Krieger.
Robertson pitched 6 innings of shutout baseball for them. He had 7 strikeouts, 4 ground outs, 6 fly ball outs, and a caught stealing mixed in there. He walked 4. And a strike called to Krieger, 0-1. Krieger's 0 for 2 in the ball game. He flew out to center and he struck out swinging. 0-1 on the way, and there's a swing and a shot foul. And it's 0-2. Looks like Green throws a little more velocity than Robertson did. 0-2 on the way. High with a breaking ball, and it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kicks and brings it. Swings and fouls that one back into the screen, and we'll stay alive. We'll do it again at 1-2. It's Krieger, then Prukup. You need to get Gonzalez, rips, and then turn it over to Joyce. You got to get him up here in this inning if you want to prolong it. 1-2. Popped up left side. Shortstop in the outfield grass. Waiting for it. Makes the catch for the out. And there's 2 away. That'll bring up Brady Prukup. Prukup 0 for 1. He struck out and he walked. That's going to be Connor Dillard. So Connor Dillard's going to bat here. Dillard with his first plate appearance of the ball game. Dillard batting, nobody on, 2 down. We're here in the 7th inning. Green trying to bolt it down. Dillard trying to keep this ball game going. Green's pitch on the way is swung on and hit high in the air, but foul down the left field line. Put a charge into it, but was out in front. It's 0-1. He was geared up for the fastball there, but I don't think he got it. He got an off-speed pitch. He was out in front. That pitch misses high with a breaking ball, 1-1. It's just a little wrinkly slider that he throws. It doesn't have a lot of break. 1-1 on the way. Called strike, outside corner at the knees. Borderline pitch, but he got the call, and it's 1-2. Dillard down to his final strike. Green into the windup. Here's the pitch. Curveball smashed foul up the third base line, and we'll do it again at 1-2. Dillard staying alive. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swings and hits one on the ground through the right side for a base hit. The right fielder up with it. He's going to throw to first, but not in time to get Dillard. Heads up play by Davis out there in right to try to get Dillard at first base, but he beats it out. So Dillard singles to right and keeps this ball game alive, and that'll bring up J.J. Gonzalez.
Number 21, Matt Newton.
Matt Newton's going to come to the plate. So they're going to pinch hit Newton for Gonzalez. Gonzalez was 0 for 2. Newton with his first plate appearance. He's got a runner at first base with 2 away. Green's pitch on the way is through there for a strike with a fastball, and it's 0-1. Newton trying to keep this ball game going. 0-1. Low a ball, 1-1. You know, they've been playing, that second baseman is so close to the bag at second. There's a huge hole over there, and that's where Dillard poked it a while ago. Huge gap over there on the right side of the infield. 1-1 on the way. Swings and hits one back up the middle. Second baseman plays it. He'll dive to the bag at second for the out. And if he's not playing that close to the bag, Maury, that's up the middle for a base hit. And that is the ball game as the Panthers drop game 1 to the Cedar Park Timberwolves. 5-0 is your final score here tonight. We'll take a quick break and come back to wrap things up. You're listening to Panther Baseball, brought to you by Dotson Home Moving, and we'll continue in a moment.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. And you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell in Castroville at 830-931-3441.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Welcome back here to Cedar Park as the Timberwolves take game 1 of this best-of-3 series 5-0. Final totals look like this. Cedar Park 5 runs on 9 hits. They commit no errors in the ballgame. They left 8 on base, and the win goes to Drew Robertson, who pitched 6 shutout innings in the ballgame. For the Panthers, no runs on 4 hits. They commit 4 errors in this ballgame, and they leave 4 on base. The loss, Jaden Krieger. Another tough luck loss for him, 3 unearned runs in the ballgame. And
that's the story of the game.
Well, and Maury, you look at it, I know the scoreboard shows 2 errors, and, and they counted the 2 in the last inning, but there was 1 earlier in the ballgame on a ground ball in the infield, and then you had 1 on the left fielder that allowed the runner to go from first to second. It was a single, and then he got his glove on it, and it bounced away from him for the error.
Yeah, you had 3 in the infield.
You had 3 in the infield. You had 1 in the outfield. And the thing is when you commit 4 errors like that, we talked about it before the ball game, a good team is going to make you pay for them, and they did. They made you pay for your mistakes, and, but at the same time, your bats didn't get anything going.
Well, and another thing, Jared, a couple of bad angles in the outfield cost you a little bit, too.
Yep.
A couple of those, if you pick the right angle, and I know the wind is brutal. The wind played a factor
the wind
big
did
time.
For sure.
But a couple of those, if you get a jump on the ball or you're take the right angle or something, we got a different ball game also.
Yep.
So
and the other thing is too is you look at the Panther bats, they had some hard hit balls in this game, tough luck hitting. They hit some hard, they hit them right at people, and I mean you call them atom balls, and that's what they are. And when you do things like that, I mean there's not much you can do about it. The fielders made some good plays. Their third baseman, their shortstop made a couple of big heads-up plays to turn double plays.
The 2 double plays were huge.
Yeah, they were. And the third baseman had to make an extremely good play on the bounce that it took for him. They handcuffed him, but he caught it in his chest. And then the shortstop to have the wits to play that on one hop and let it drop to get the double play.
Yep.
And, they made plays in the ball game. They hit the ball when the opportunities presented itself. They got quality at bats in big situations. And that's the difference in the ball game. Now, you're down a game to none. You got to win 2 in a row. Wipe the slate clean if you're Medina Valley. You got to forget about this game. Hey, you lost 5-0. Okay, you go home. You got Garston Stevens still that you can pitch. Krieger only threw around 60 to 65 pitches in this ball game. So he would be available for a game 3 if you needed him for to eat up some innings and get you through. Because if you get to a game 3, anything's possible.
Right, exactly.
But you have Garst going tomorrow. Wasn't sharp in his last outing, but we've seen him be very good for the Panthers this year, and they're going to need that for this ball game tomorrow. Game time is at 6 o'clock at Panthers at Gerald Kemp Stadium. There,
it'll be audio only again.
It'll be audio only again. That's because the rights were not granted to us for video. They were granted to somebody else up here in the Austin area that will be doing those games. That game is at Gerald Kemp Field, and I want to tell everybody is we know how big of an advantage it is to play there at home for the Panthers. They've been a much better home team than a road team all season long, and we've heard other teams talk about how intimidating it is to come into Gerald Kemp Field because of the way that they stack the cars in the outfield, because of the amount of fans that'll be there. Come out in full force tomorrow and support the Panthers because they need it tomorrow. Not out of this series by any means. You took one on the chin here tonight, but tomorrow's a brand new game.
Absolutely.
Brand new day, new ball game. And, you get a few of those hard-hit balls that are just a few feet left or right. This could be a different ball game.
Yep.
And, so hopefully the Panthers can win tomorrow. If they do, Game 3 would be at noon in Marion on Saturday afternoon. I believe Maury and Dwayne will be doing the game tomorrow night. I won't be there for tomorrow night's ball game, but Maury and Dwayne will be there, audio-only broadcast, and hopefully the Panthers can pull out a win, and I'll be back with you all Saturday.
Absolutely.
Player of the game, Maury, we have to pick one for Tanya's Travel by Design, and I think the player of the game you have to give to Drew Robertson for Cedar Park. I mean, he pitched 6 shutout innings. He threw 98 pitches in this ball game, and he kept the Panthers off balance. They did hit the ball when they needed to. They hit them right at people, His defense made some plays behind him, but he only allowed 3 hits in the ball game, and he struck out 7 batters in the game. He had a few walks, but without his pitching tonight, this might be a different game.
Yep.
And he pitched 6 shutout innings for Cedar Park, and I'm told he's not their number 1 pitcher. Now, I don't know how true that is, but that's what I've been told. That's what I've heard from other parents and fans and things like that. But he gave them all he did what Cedar Park needed him to do in this ball game. And hopefully game 2 tomorrow, the Panthers can turn this around and get a W. And I would imagine you're going to see Tanner Garst on the hill for the Panthers. And if he's sharp, they're going to have a hard time hitting him.
Yeah.
Final score here tonight, Cedar Park 5, Medina Valley nothing. I'd like to wish everybody that came out here to Cedar Park from Medina Valley and all the fans here at Cedar Park safe travels home tonight and safe travels from Austin down to to Gerald Kemp Stadium tomorrow for all of these fans here at Cedar Park that are going to travel down to see their team play. Hopefully the rain holds off and we get these ball games in, and hopefully the Panthers can get a win tomorrow and force a Game 3 on Saturday. For Medina Valley Broadcast Network and Maury Stein, I'm Jared Lucky saying good night, God bless, and we will see you tomorrow.